That did not take very long to boomer up. All right, I think I got things better. Let me get back to the chat. You can hear me? Can you not hear me? Of course, my headphones weren't plugged in, which is kind of funny because they're Bluetooth, so you wouldn't think that they'd have to be plugged in. You know, they're wireless Bluetooth. And so I heard the little thing about them dying, but I was like, it was right as I went live. So I was thinking maybe that was just a notification that I'm going live because I can't hear anything when I'm talking to myself. And that wasn't the case. So yeah, boomer. Okay. James is saying I do have audio. Thank you. All right. So I did put in an invitation earlier in the chat to see if somebody wanted to join me on panel as we look at some campaigns. I also have an option for a new crowdfunding platform just to look at it. It was brought to my attention this week. We could look at that. But if anybody wants to come up, on panel so we can have conversation, whatever, let me know. I'll send you the link because I really feel like I'm like in an echo chamber, although no echo, when I'm talking to myself. So while we wait for that, we will say hi to who we have here. So we did have Jason, who was second, but I don't recall seeing a first. So I'm not sure if there's somebody that I'm missing or if Jason just can't count. We have Snuggy, teach me how to Snuggy, Mrs. Good Stuff. We have James here. We have Jim here. We have Astro Zombie here. Thank you guys all for coming. Nicholas Gear is here. And oh, Caroline's here. Hey Caroline, thanks for joining. And looks like so Jason is offering his services. So Jason, you want to look at some campaigns with me? You got time? You're not at work? You're not going to work out? Whatever you might be doing? Because I really would much rather talk to someone than talk to myself. I really, Mr. Von Stugel's here. So no, I did try to recruit Jim for the day, but he declined. And I haven't put out there that I want a new stable co-host, and stable being the key word. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going. So I'm just not sure. I know the next thing I need to do though is to change the intro because there is no intro. But I suppose they're doing that. All right, so I'm gonna, let's see. You know what? I'm just gonna post it in the chat. So we'll see how this goes. At least I think I can do it because I think it's gonna be easier for me to do that here than have me find Jason and all that. But let me know if that doesn't work. I'm pretty sure it will work. I did post it as the channel owner in the thing. Oh, and Jason is here.
Jason is here.
Thank you for joining. All right. So no. All right. Jim is saying I'm calling him unstable. No. I meant more of the faithful, and not that I'm calling you unfaithful.
He's unfaithful.
But more of someone that can be here every week, although
a regular.
I'm not. Yeah. Technically, I'm not here every week either. So yeah.
Well, they happen now. All right, let's see what's going on.
So we have Hicksville in here too. Thanks. All right, so let me see if I can share, and hopefully I share the right screen.
Yeah. Don't count on me for that. Yeah.
No, that's okay. All right, so I'm using my iPad and I'm using my laptop, and I'm pretty sure, judging by StreamYard, y'all can see the Creator Go stuff. I'm hoping that's the case.
But I could actually bounce over to YouTube. I can let you know. Yeah, it's on there.
It's on there. Okay. So all right. So here we have options, and I'll throw them out there, and we can decide what we're gonna do. So at the very bottom of the list on Creator Go is Melvin number 2. It did just launch 7 days ago by the looks. If they went with the 60-day theory.
Mhm.
That's only at $328, so that is not funded yet. We do have, we haven't gone over it yet, but Screecher number 1, so at number 109, Screecher number 1, As the Owl Flies, that has met funding, but it has 7 days to go. We haven't looked at it yet, and I know someone had suggested looking at it. I think it was for last week, but we went with something else. So we could look at that one. There is Rocket. Let's see if I can, let me find my cursor. One of the downfalls of working on a laptop is I have no idea where my cursor went. And the iPad's touchscreen. So when I'm touching the iPad, it kind of goes over there.
Okay.
Oh, look, see, it's like, all right, no.
You can do it. You can do it.
There it is. Okay, I got it.
Woo!
We have Rocket, mission number 2, which has not made funding yet either, which, of course, this one did just relatively recently launched.
Yes, fairly recent, yeah.
Yep. So we have those options. Plus, we have some of you guys might be familiar with Legends of Log. So this is an Alterna title. This was actually brought up on Dojo Kun Comics channel. They have met goal. So it's, if we're going by that whole have they met goal, get your eyes on something, whatever, that is not the case. But I thought this was interesting because they're on a CROWDFUNDR with, just R-N-O-E-R site. And I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of neat if we actually looked at the site itself. But
yeah, we could do that.
I suppose, however we want to do it, we can let the chat decide.
Yeah. What does the chat want? I'm just a lowly little guest. So what does the chat say?
Snuggie, if you wanted to come in, I think the link's still there. And, Jason's with me, so if you needed to dip early, that's fine too.
I am here.
Let's see. Chauncey is here. Thanks for joining. I know you said you usually watch while you're working and lurk and work.
Yeah, I usually end up catching replays because I'm usually out and about.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you being here.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah.
And I don't think they have any new ones. And I'm not seeing any
no suggestions.
Any suggestions yet, but I know it's taking a while.
Yeah. Well, let's do the let's look at that one CROWDFUNDR thing.
The CROWDFUNDR?
Okay. Yeah, because with everything that's going on with Indiegogo right now, I think that's a good thing to look at for backers as well as creators. So
yeah. I know to get into that, well, we can discuss a little bit of that.
If you want. I mean, it's kind of over talked about, I think.
I know I was one that was like, it's nice to have a centralized place to go to. And I'm still of that mindset, but I can see the draw of some other places. And, I really don't think what's been going on is they're doing it because it's CG stuff. I think they're just having some major glitches and they're either understaffed or whatever to address what is going on. And
yeah.
It's annoying as all hell.
There's a couple, there's the theories out there. We think that, at least a lot of us think the shadow ban is CG related. The backing is not. That's a slight problem.
I think the shadow banning is not. I think the shadow banning is probably a situation where they changed something in the campaign, and probably something they changed with, their trust and services or whatever, that they need someone to review what that change is before they, kind of like they endorse it. And they don't have a way to do that because it's like they probably want to make sure that we have a guest. They probably want to make sure. Oops.
Yeah, kick him. Yeah, get out of here. We don't need you.
Sorry, Snuggie. They probably want to make sure that they're not because you have people that are presenting something. You know what I mean? Right. They want you to back. So they probably want to make sure that those people aren't changing what they're supposed to be giving the customers or the backers or what they're doing to make sure they're not doing like a bait and switch on them.
Right.
So they probably have that within mind, but it is it's still frustrating, especially if it takes forever to fix.
Yeah, and the reason why a lot of us are like, oh, the shadow ban is CG related is because it's been happening so much in the past with campaigns of Comicsgate. But you're right, at the same time, though, it could just be a change in their terms and services. or they're hiring new people or whatever. And it's all theory and hypothesis. But
Right.
it's good to have other sources like this one. Aerith is doing stuff like I just backed Comics Gway. It's a zine. I'm gonna have them on later. But yeah, so it's good to see these other options out there. Like we know there's Zoop and stuff like that, but without Indiegogo, like you said, it's nice to have everything in one little place, little shopping step. You get your information is saved, your addresses. You don't have to worry about nothing. You just click and go, and it's convenient. And I like it too
for everything.
What do you say, Snuggie?
Yeah. I mean, I think the problems with Indiegogo is just an IT problem because Shane just launched and you can't search for the Inglorious Rex 2. It doesn't come up. So I think they just have bad IT people, or they're making mistakes and not checking it.
Yeah.
I honestly think they take the weekend off and don't even look at stuff.
They do. Oh, they do.
Yeah.
I did get a person response today, but it's like a person tied to the email response that said, "Okay, thank you for your inquiry. We'll look into it." But it had a person's name tied to it.
Yeah.
So
that's why I think it's good to look at something like this. It gives everybody options out there, and also backers can see like what's out there, what they can do, and like how steps they need to take in order to back certain things. So yeah. And you can save information in certain, like your address and stuff, not your credit card, obviously, but you can save like your address and stuff in these sites. And that way it is kind of like a click and go at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you my credit card is saved in Indiegogo. You know what I mean? So it's very convenient.
Now.
But
I think that there's number one.
Well, I also like what I also like about a lot of these other sites that like Aerith had it too is they use PayPal. I like that.
Although you got that controversy with PayPal lately.
Yeah, you do. But once again, convenience.
No, you're right. You're right. Two sides to that coin.
Is this a new site? Is this CROWDFUNDR a new site? I haven't seen it before.
I do not know how new it is. However, this week was the first time I saw it. So that's why I was thinking, this is something we could look at. And looking at the first page, it's very similar to Indiegogo to me.
Yeah.
What I'm used to. Layout. It has the nice, I'll scroll down a little bit, but it has maybe I can scroll down a little bit. It has the nice thumbnail at the top. It gives you your pledge. It gives you your percentage, the contributors, and then the days running. Oh, this nice little thing. It has a little calendar. It tells you when it's launched.
Oh, nice. I like that.
That's kind of a nice little thing. And there is a gallery. So this shows you 3 galleries of images, but it looks like 2 are the same. Which words? Okay.
Well, that's fine. Yeah.
What's this little play button? All right. Oh wait, I didn't share sound, but we'll see what it does.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, I hear it, but I'm sure you guys don't. All right.
Yeah, there's nothing on our end.
Yeah. All right, so let me actually do the stop sharing.
I mean, I can kind of hear it from your end though.
Crap. Yeah, I have the volume up pretty loud.
Yeah, put your headphones up to the mic. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right, where is this? Hang on. Don't play. Let me stop my sharing. Wait, I did stop sharing, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You're not sharing no more. You can do it. It's chaotic grace.
All right, we'll see how. Hey, you gonna sing my new theme song there, Jim?
Yeah, there you go. That was it. You like it?
All right. Now it's just the wheel of whatever it's
the wheel of death. Yeah. Well, I like that this has a video option. That is kind of cool. I know there's that debate between are videos even worth it or not. But hey, I like them. Like some of them are really good.
Now I can't even do anything. Oh no, there it is. I'm like, I can't find my mouse, but
no.
All right. So hang on. Let's try the play.
There we go.
You can hear it, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Okay. Looks YouTube embedded.
Yeah.
gotta stop this.
Yeah, it's a little long.
Yeah,
showing the art. It's a little long. I think a little narration when the words come up, if they read it, like like
Would help.
one time long ago. Like, yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. A cool little add-on to the trailer itself.
Although I'm like, I can make a comment and I wonder if that's part of this site or is it I'm doing it on YouTube. Can you guys see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is, but that's
a nice feature.
interesting.
See, I think that's a nice feature. Like, hey, I like your video. Maybe shorten it a little bit, or the music's a little too loud.
Yeah, some
tell them what they're doing.
narration. Yeah, a little bit of story or something. Otherwise, you're just showing the art, and you can see that in the panels that they show later. So,
which is fine. I mean, a lot of trailers do that. They do the zoom and the panning and stuff on the artwork, and there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. I do like the artwork. I think it's nice.
Yeah, it's good. And is this through Alterna, or this is something that they're doing on their own?
I think they're doing it on their own because down here it has organized by Paperjack, which I think is the person that does the log. Hang on. So regardless of the reason, Indiegogo is proving to be unreliable for creators. Chauncey is saying that IGG should be more transparent so creators know what the parameters they're working with.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this just happened to happen on a weekend too, so where they're not there.
Yeah, Jim says, I often hear that the first campaign makes it possible for the second book, so why do we need crowdfunding after the first book? Why not just web stores? I don't know.
Okay, well, because, all right, here's a good example. Like, I'm going to use just because it's my campaign. Frog G's at 14K, right? All right, so and that's great. We're doing great.
That's great,
yeah, but after, and then I know the Indiegogo fees are there and stuff like that. After ordering the books, the tchotchkes and paying everybody, at the tail end, we might make each like $1,000. So it's really hard to print the next set of books with just $1,000. See what I'm saying? So that's why the crowdfunding does come into play, because you're actually raising money to print those books and ship them out. So otherwise, yeah, it's a great model. And that is the key, Jim, is to do it for a living. So like you can use all the funds that you get and then make the next book, print it just fine on your own. And then you could even at that point totally circumvent a crowdfunder site and just like do it on your own.
So I think Aerith is trying the crowdfunding on his own site, because apparently through Shopify you can do that. So we'll have to see how successful that is. I think he's doing okay for it. So
yeah, and I just Comics Koi is a zine. I just mentioned it earlier, and they're on there, and I like the site, and I've seen it before with Dwarves versus Lions. I think he did it too, wasn't it? Yeah, and the site's great. He's doing a great job. Aerith is really killing it, and so the main issue comes into play is to like Amanda and I were saying, it's a matter of convenience with Indiegogo. You just type in your search bar of what you want, and you can find it. Now that's where Shadowban obviously comes into play there. But
well, I go through Google. I always
you go through Google,
and I'll do the title and Indiegogo, and I always find it. That's how I do my searching when I'm looking for links.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
yeah.
Well, there you go.
Glorious Rex.
Yeah.
Well, it might also be more convenient with some of these other sites if they can do PayPal, because then if you pay through PayPal, then that links to your information, right? So you don't have to enter it again.
Yeah.
So,
hail the Mo.
Yeah, what's up, Mo? So like I said, I like this artwork on this. It's dope.
Pixfilm says he hasn't backed anything on crowdfunder, but he's interested to see how it goes. Yeah, see, I haven't either. I did see a comment, and I did see a couple names that I oh God, the words escaped me, that I recognize. So I was gonna reach out to them to see if because my first thought or question for any crowdfunding site, do they take the money now or do they take it later? Because I want them to take my money now. Yes, take it now.
But I'm very picky about what I back on Kickstarter, mainly for that reason alone. Like, that's the main reason. There's an artist, his name is Skinner, and he's on Kickstarter, and I back his stuff. That's almost it, really.
Yeah. I've heard this, AZ, that
you take the money out later.
The tip was not on Indiegogo with Inglorious Rex. I have not backed Inglorious Rex yet.
I haven't either yet.
I did. I forgot to look for the tip. Maybe I paid it.
Maybe it wasn't there and you just noticed it.
Nah, yeah, it was probably there. Yeah.
Hey, JP.
What's up, JP?
All right, so let me see. Make sure that there's a lot of.
Let's
Oh,
see.
we have Dean and
What's up, Dean?
Jaro,
Jaro.
and we have ACC. Thanks, you
Yo.
guys, for joining. All right, so let's get
Nope,
back to the
there was no
crowdfunder.
tip. There was no tip.
Oh, good.
Okay, and you specifically didn't change it, so that's good. I wonder
No.
why
Yeah,
that
so
was.
maybe they got
Was
rid
it
of it.
because
Maybe
you guys backed the?
Well, maybe what they're
Did you back the secret?
maybe their
perk link?
problem. I don't think there was a secret perk link.
There
I
was
didn't
a
get
secret
the
perk.
message for one. Oh, there was.
Okay.
Okay.
Then my guess is you didn't
but
pack it if
maybe-
you didn't go through your email.
Well, maybe that's the problems this weekend is that they were taking down the tip, or they were removing the tip, and that's why we had so many problems.
I'm wondering if you, and that could be it, because there were a lot of people. I even emailed them about that, about the tip a while back. So, and maybe that could be it. They're updating the site to do that, and it's totally bugging up the system. It's a possibility. Yeah,
could be.
But even so, they should have let people know if that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I know. I was even looking at like Twitter for any updates of like, hey, we have known issues. Sorry, we're working on it. You know, nothing. Quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, but wait, I like this layout of this crowdfunder. It's not bad so far.
You can got all these nice links here to be the share Facebook, Twitter.
That's cool.
And Messenger, email it, link to campaign. Oh, maybe that's just grab a link to be able to embed it wherever. Embed on a website and more sharing options. So that's kind of neat. And then of course this has the this looks like it might be they didn't fill it out because organization campaign. That's probably a placeholder. Probably. But you got your person, the profile. Let's click on the profile real quick. So you have one campaign. They've received 25 contributions, how much they've raised, and members since August of 2022.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, looks like this might be updates.
It's looking like it, but I would think there would be an update section.
Maybe I think there is. Oh yeah, and there's comments. So it's almost like a feed, like a Twitter feed or a Facebook feed, where you can do that. That's kind of neat. All right, let me go back. So yeah, then you have highlights. Ooh, what's highlights? Highlights are your comments. Oh, it stays right at the top of the screen. That's kind of nice. Your updates to your campaign, which that's exactly what that was. It brought us to the updates. And then you can do your comments and your sharing. I wonder where it shares to. Probably wherever you want.
Maybe it might share it to a social media site.
Maybe.
And your activities. So there's your conversations and stuff. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. How old is nobody knows how. I wonder if somebody in chat knows how old this crowdfunder site is.
Blake, I know Blake. Blake sometimes watches or listens, so I wonder if he's listening now. But I am curious if I was going to reach out to him to see whether or not the money comes out now or later.
How? I mean, if there's a PayPal option, then usually that means it comes out now, right? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would probably because I don't think they charge you PayPal later because they need that verification right then.
Yeah.
Although Anonymous contributed $85 and ordered a product. So if I was to back, does that mean it automatically tells whoever on the link? Because down here it's like Shane Stacks contributed $30 and ordered a product. Jim Green contributed $85 to order a product.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if you, but I wonder if you, that's something that you could like it mentions you like, hey, he did. I wonder if you could click that off though at checkout and be like, hey, I don't want to show,
Yeah, you must be able to say like whether or not you want to appear anonymous or not.
Yeah.
Because there's an anonymous, option.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Does Indiegogo still do that? It seems like I remember that at one point, if you didn't say anonymous, then your name popped up on the campaign site, but I don't think it happens anymore. So I don't know whether just clicking the anonymous doesn't mean anything anymore.
I don't know if clicking anonymous might even be on the back end, like in the contributions, like the name may not be there. I don't know. Or maybe that's if you donate money, you could be anonymous at that point.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All I know is on mine, the anonymous is pre-selected because I've never changed that. But I don't know if I was to change it, what that changes because it's never
Right.
been that way for me.
I've never paid attention to that. Like I don't really, I was just because I mean, I don't want it to show up on a feed like, hey, Jason just donated $200. Like, oh, Jason can donate a lot of money to my campaign. I don't, I don't want that. Mainly for that reason, I don't want people to be like, oh, Jason's a cheapskate or Jason's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because I don't. But yeah.
So Mo points out, and I was thinking this when you said it. So he used Aerith, used Indiegogo for Dwarf versus Lions, but he used his site for Dwarf versus Junkman, although technically not the crowdfunder because that hasn't launched yet. He did his dwarf sales on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's doing the zine through.
Yeah, he's doing the
through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm liking it. I'm liking his layout and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. And like I said, I'm liking this crowdfunder one. I think it's pretty cool so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty
James
good.
Hayes says most indie creators rely on crowdfunding to do book and pay the expense, but we are now at a point where we sell a comic book. Creators are going to have to invest more of their own cash up front.
Yep. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. Putting hiring out the artist ahead of time using my own money. But at that end though, you're still crowdfunding to recoup expenses. So it's a double-edged sword really. And it'll take a lot of time and really grit to like stick it out and be like, okay, I could definitely do this for a living. But it takes a while, and you gotta have patience.
Right.
So Mrs. points out it appears that online only started up this summer. So you Google searched about crowdfunder and it started this summer, or were you going based on this Legends of Log? Because it did say he joined in August of 2022, which would make me think it's a summer thing.
Right.
And Mo points out just to make sure the proper person is getting the credit for backing. I hear they are considering adding your social security number to the announcement. All right, so I went back to the story, and honestly, it looks very similar to Indiegogo for me. So you got your writing, you got some of your images, whatever you want to do. You have your tiers on the side, although that's set up a little bit differently. But
not too bad though. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a personal, like just me because of me, I don't like that blue with the white over. Like you see how you can back it. Like you have the. I don't like that, man. Make it something different. That's just me though. It's just.
You mean
my
the
personal.
teal with the writing?
Oh yeah, I hate that. That's just me. I've always hated. Oh, it looks tacky.
I don't have an issue with it. I don't know if you do.
It's like it's more or less just my stupidity.
It's not jumping out as a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's not really something that I would be like, oh, I'm never using crowdfunder. You know what I mean? It's just me. I do, like I said, I like the artwork on. I like the layout of this.
Looks good, yeah.
Art looks good, but the layout for this crowdfunder site, like you said, is very.
What
are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Doxing yourself.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's good. It's and if it started up this summer, here's the other problem. Like, no matter where you go or what you do, there's somebody in charge, and they have they're going to have a bias about something. So you do take a risk no matter what website you host on. But you still, is there freedom on this crowdfunder site? Like, is there, like, can I put up, certain images? Like, I'm not talking about like lewd or grotesque, but still, like, having that ability to be creative and have that freedom of speech and freedom of artwork to display images and put up content that I want. Is it there for this site?
Yeah. He does. I'm not even halfway down the scrolling,
oh, wow.
And we've gone through a lot. So he has.
Yeah, he loaded up the page.
The tiers have gone. He's going into the details of the tiers, which I guess that's a good thing. But we'll look to see what the tiers actually show. You can get a log knot. Get your very own piece of wood.
That's great. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of scrolling. Me personally, I don't want to scroll too far.
Yeah, I don't think I would normally go this far.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, and I honestly,
But
well, he's probably also got a lot more content since he's been publishing on Alterna than the typical crowdfunder would have.
Yeah, but you could show too much at some point.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I think it is definitely too much, but it might be because he's got plenty to show.
Right.
Now it does go into not just different pages or tabs, or like, even though I can change the tabs, it looks like it's all part of the same scroll. So that probably adds to some of the thing, because here's the highlights, or if I clicked highlights, I'm sure it would just bring me
To the
right
highlights.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
not all the story part, but
Right.
it's probably good that it has that option.
Mhm.
So, you know, if you did
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff you wanted to share, but you're right, we're used to short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it almost looks like it's WordPress based, but I'm not sure.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, we're not either.
That's just a guess.
All right, so let's look at the tiers, which they do look like they're set up, but I noticed something that was a little different, which is another thing that I think has featured, just like Indiegogo, which is good.
Mhm.
You know, shows you the price and the shipping, how many's been ordered, what countries it ships to. So there you scroll over, it goes to Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, United States, and United Kingdom.
Oh, nice.
So that is kind of nice that it's set up
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Tells you what you get, although you have to hit more to basically see everything.
Okay.
Nice
Still
and
fine. Yeah.
bold.
Yeah.
Well, wait, you have to hit more though to see everything. See, this is a flaw in Indiegogo is if you click it once, it'll show it, but if you accidentally do twice, it goes to backing it when if you're like doing this, you know what I mean? Like you're doxing yourself at that point. But this one you just click more. So you're not you don't have to worry about doxing yourself. Yeah. That's good. I like that.
And then
people like familiarity, and this is familiar to Indiegogo.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it easier for new people to use it if they're familiar with Indiegogo.
And Indiegogo, right? And Indiegogo was also kind of similar to Kickstarter. Like they, you know, the layouts are there. It's just slight tweaks and changes.
We
also go down to recent contributions again. So there's two places that'll tell you who's there.
Yeah. Oh, and you can do anonymous.
Yeah. And that's kind of cool still, though. That you know you can see people who backed and stuff like that if you want. That's and it's underneath your tiers. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And you must be able to say what you contributed because Blake doesn't have how much he paid, but this Don does.
Okay, then yeah, and Snuggy had a good. I wonder if they're add-ons. Like if you, I don't know if.
All right, watch this. This is what I liked. All right, so say we're gonna get we'll just go with a book, not the collector box. Where's the book?
Get the book.
Okay, never mind.
Get the piece of wood.
Get the book and a knot. Yeah.
Yeah.
The book and a knot. We'll go with. I guess we'll go with the featured. Okay, so order this product. Takes you to another site. Now you get to pick where we're shipping. So we're gonna put in the U.S. alphabetical order. Okay, so we have it here. Now here I can adjust the number I want, which is nice, like a storefront.
Yeah.
Now it gets better because now here's my add-ons. I can add.
There are add-ons. Nice.
I can add. It looks like it's featuring the tiers. Like I don't see anything different from the products to what was being shown on the tiers.
Oh, right, yeah.
But I can add everything, and I don't know if you can see it down here. My Mrs. Good Stuff said that she did an article about it in June. Okay, now at the bottom, at the very bottom, the stop sharing is probably covering it, but it says 3 items selected, 45 USD total.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good.
So it gives me a nice total, which is kind of cool. And then I can, of course, as I'm playing around with prices, I can remove things, although I don't know why I removed the.
Yeah, and like you said, though, like it looks like it's the tiers, but I wonder if you can add like an oddity. You know what I mean? Like, you know, hey,
if
here's
the creator chose to, right?
If the if the creator chose to, can they add like here's a zine? You know, it's just by itself, or the supplemental by itself, or something.
You might not be able to see this, Jason, but it shows a PayPal symbol.
Okay.
Woohoo!
PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. That makes me think, because like you said, PayPal, they need like an authorization that day to process it. So my thought is, hey, this is taking my money today, which I like that.
I like that.
I wonder if it's going through PayPal and you just use your credit card through PayPal.
I'd click on it, but I'd be afraid that
don't do that.
I don't know that I've done PayPal on my laptop. Usually it's always on my phone, so I probably don't have anything loaded.
No. Yeah, we'll just play it safe.
Plus it pulls it from Google. But so we'll continue. Checkout process. All right, so this this is something I noticed the other night when I was looking at it. So the downfall of this, it does. Where did it? Maybe it doesn't because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, okay. It automatically puts in a tip.
Oh no. You can't change that, can you?
No, you can.
Oh, okay.
Right here, it's change tip amount, and I can do other or opt out. No, I'll opt out. But it's not a. It's not a.
Yeah, I wouldn't
straightforward thing.
know I wouldn't. I would just assume. Well, honestly, though, on these new ones or things that I'm not familiar with, I always do look at subtotal, shipping on that end. So I would probably see it. I don't know if anybody else does that. Like if they're checking out, they go to see how much they're paying in shipping and stuff. And
I always do.
Yeah.
It depends on if you're in a hurry or something. And
True.
Maybe if you're trying to get number one, you're rushing through it, and you'll wind up paying a tip.
Amanda B gets number one on everything.
Every time.
Not every time.
Oh, come on.
Just
on
about
the
every time.
unconditional shove, you got it. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
that
you
was just
managed-
last night.
Oh,
I
just
think I've gotten like 2s and 4s, and there's some, but not.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you can add additional tip, which I think here probably goes to the creator. That would be my thought. Care to top it up? Will you add a little extra to your contribution?
Honestly, if it goes to the creator, I'm not totally against that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
but if they're using it for something else,
your name. You can hide your name from the public, hide your contribution from the public. So there's where you can opt out of those 2 options.
Nice. Can you hear that leaf blower by chance?
No.
A little bit.
Okay, good. Oh.
But it's not. It's fine.
Okay. If it gets any louder, I'll mute. But
you should be okay. So you can opt for campaign updates. I'm wondering if it's to this campaign,
probably,
or others.
Probably, yeah.
I'm thinking probably this one, which is kind of nice too, because you have a lot of people that don't want their emails full with updates.
I very rarely check updates. I do some, once in a while. Like if it's a campaign I haven't seen updated in a long time, then I'll read it. But otherwise, I usually just ignore.
Yeah. See if there's anything new and then delete it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then add a message so I can say thank you for your creating the book. I don't know. What would one say to the creator? I've been waiting forever for this. Thank you.
You did good.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is nice that it does break it down, which technically it does on Indiegogo too. So you got the price of the product, price of the shipping, if there's a tip, and then there's your total.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can go.
Does this have dark mode? If this had, I'm just kidding, because if this had dark mode, this would totally win in my eyes. I would just be like, I'm using this from here on out for everything.
Can't you put that as your desktop option with the window itself?
Like, you can, but certain websites don't offer it, so it just doesn't do it. I'm just joking. To me, I like dark mode.
I gotta do other information.
This is a way better site than Indiegogo.
So
there are some benefits.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
It's like an upgraded version of Indiegogo.
Yeah.
I think people should try this site. I guess the question still is whether there are going to be any problems with censoring or hiding sites because of
a political agenda,
or something.
Yeah.
Like I can understand, no nudity. I get that, totally fine with that. No, but
just
even
violence
at some point, just be, to me, common sense. If you're a creator, have a little common sense when you're putting this stuff up. That's all it is.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put the censor bars over it, and
it
should be enough.
Yeah, if it's a main image that you need to have on it, put the censor bars if you need to. But otherwise, I like this site, and so hey, it's new.
Yeah, I like it.
Now I'm wondering, since like there's that whole like you could put it on Indiegogo and then Kickstarter or whatever. I wonder if you can do that with this too. Like if you were on Indiegogo, can you just go over to this one then? Or do you have to have some kind of weird, like, you had to do this one first and then that one? And
now, it looks like it does have an in-demand, too, because this campaign extended. Our deadline has passed, but you can still help.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's good.
That is a huge thing with Indiegogo, actually, from Kickstarter. Yeah. That's what a lot of people like. It's what I like.
All right. So this is the homepage. Comics, games, art, music, film, and more. So this is basically for art, creative stuff. Games, art, music. You're not gonna look for robots or the replicator, whatever. And okay, so this is kind of neat that it's got like some pages scrolling for what I'm assuming what's new. Probably no, it looks like what might be new right here because there's 62 days left. So it means you can do more than 60 days. But then you have some that are ending. So this must be to help get eyes on those that are ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could be.
In the spotlight. Another spot for spotlight. Next in the spotlight.
I do like that it's more focused towards creative works, like because then when you go to the site, that's mostly what you're going to get. Where you go to Indiegogo and you get a bike or you get something other weird thing that pops up as on the main page. Where here you're just going to have a book or game or something.
Yeah. Hey, Jason. So free. Wait, what? Yep.
Sorry, he's right outside the window.
Oh, that's okay. You can listen though, right? So it says we offer a few pricing options to choose from. I wonder what the pricing options they choose from. But with Simply Free, we charge you absolutely nothing. How's that for creator-friendly crowdfunding?
Well, it's good, and I'm sure that's really good. I think also that there's just a limit on how much content you could put up, probably, and which is fine. Like I get that. The same like StreamYard, you can only do so much if it's free. Blah blah blah. So that's really good, and a lot of this entices a lot of people to be like, oh, good, I don't have to worry about making my own because you can. It just takes a lot of work. But yeah, that's awesome. I think that's a good enticement for a lot of creators to go over to them. Son of a motherless whore.
So look, Simply Free. You only pay for your Stripe/PayPal fees, so your credit card fees, and we ask your supporters a tip. If they tip, we get paid. If they don't tip, we still charge you nothing. And then nearly free. So we ask supporters to cover 5% supporters. That's me to cover the 5% platform fee. No, wait, it's a 5-cent platform fee and the credit card fees on your behalf. More often than not, fees come out to be less than the Simply Free plan, but it could be more. So no, wait, that's supporters. That's me. You're charging me the 5% here. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it just doesn't hide it. I mean, the fee's technically in the price for Indiegogo, but you just don't see it here. Here, it's reversed a little bit.
Yeah, and then here is we charge you 5%.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Stripe or PayPal.
Well, it does look like the tips are not like Indiegogo tips. I think they just use it to give to whatever dumb causes they want to fund. But this looks like the tips go to run the site, which I like.
Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Even has you which one should I choose? That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
All right, let me go back to
transparency is key.
Yeah, and it does say it's morphable into a store, which we kind of just discussed a little bit. Once your crowdfunding is over, you can keep selling your inventory from the same campaign page. All the effort you put into getting people to your campaign in the first place will continue to work in your favor.
Can you tell on the campaign which of those options the creator chose?
I didn't notice. Let's
go back to comics. That might make a difference for some, especially the nearly free. It might make a difference.
You can definitely tell these are some indie comics.
Mm-hmm.
Pages. I'm not seeing some huge funding stuff because I see 2,000, 4,000, 100 and.
That's a new site.
4,000. Well, that's true. All right, let's see. I don't see that it says it, although it does say all or nothing. So I'm assuming they get, see, the campaign keeps the money raised only if it reaches its goal before deadline. So it has fixed and I'm assuming unfixed like Indiegogo has. But no, I don't see where it says it's charging. But I'm wondering, because when we went to check out, there was no additional fees aside from the book and the shipping. So either he's choosing free or he's choosing to pay for him himself.
Right.
See if we can go to, let me grab another
campaign.
This one, yeah. Let's see, we'll do a quick checkout with something. See if it shows me. Continue. Oh, it wants me to do something. Oh, shipping. Where are we sending it to? That does help. All right, so. All right, right here. Cover fees for the cause.
Okay.
I'm assuming that means I'm paying their backing, their 5%.
Right.
Okay, well, at least you know it. It is transparent.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. The thing, like, since it's new, like, obviously a lot of people don't. So this where a lot of legwork would come into play with the creators, and they have to, like, they would rely on their social media presence, their, like, doing the whole grind of promoting, since this is new and it's not Indiegogo where you can just search it. Like, I do have a, a crowdfunding book, here it is. And then they would, like, what you do, Amanda B. You'd have to Google it if you really want to find it, and you can't remember where it's hosted at, which isn't
Right.
a problem, I don't think. I mean, if you do the work, you'll get the money. Like, I didn't even know, like, Log was on here. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and Alterna is Alterna though. They're really good at what they do. So this might just be something he's trying out to see what happens. And,
Right.
It's looking good, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think more people should try this one.
Yeah.
Hi to Sumo. I see people saying hi to you, but I missed where you came in, so I apologize. And then Mobake says, if the tips go to run the site, who's supporting the campaigns of marginalized creators and less heard voices?
Good point.
Yeah.
You are harsh sometimes, there, Mo. All right, so.
Yeah, it's not a bad site. And this is why I like this channel. You guys delve into things that a lot of people don't know about, and this is something good for creators and backers.
Yeah, I'd like to see more people try this.
Yeah, and I mean, we could always give this a go later on. With any campaign that I might do, or with me and Ink Spots. I like it. It might be a good little experiment to do. I could even try it with Absolute, like a trade paperback, and put it up there, see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I have all the files, so it wouldn't be hard to just reprint and do a different cover on it or whatever.
The downfall, though, is to get people to go there, though, because
Right.
Chris Gow, Six Gun Gorilla, was tried out on Zoop. And unfortunately that failed. Granted, he did have a higher goal, because I think the goal was 10,000. He raised, I don't know what the final number is, but it was probably close to 6, between 5 and 6, because I know it was over 5. But I wanted to back it, but one, being a new site, but two, mostly because it was takes my money later. So I didn't back it until, like, I was gonna back it like shortly before it closed. But then when I'm looking at it, the 12 hours remaining, it's like $5,000 shy of its goal. So I'm like, well, why should I back it? Which is,
it's not gonna fun.
Not exactly ideal, but
yeah, to me, like a site like this, Zoop, even, like, it's good for, like, maybe a second chance campaign, like, to try it out at first for a while, because that way at least you have all the files. You're really just raising the money to print the book.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, if you have all the work done ahead of time, like you've already raised, like Jim was saying, like, that's where this would come into play. You've already raised the money. You just need to raise the money to print the book at that point, and then you can, like, maybe get extra money to put in and invest into the next book, and then eventually gear away from crowdfunding sites. So it could be a good little algorithm trick, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was the take for this site larger than Indiegogo? Did they take?
No, 5%. 5% is what Indiegogo takes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Indiegogo, you still have to pay your credit card fees, which is what they said, regardless of what level you do.
Right.
Yeah. Now, and this obviously has a search bar. So, I mean, if you even know the name of your campaign that you're going to back, you can search it. So that's good.
True, Mo. True.
Yeah.
All right. So I usually like to go an hour. We're 10 minutes shy of the hour. I don't know if we want to delve into something else, but it'd be kind of a quick thing. Or if there's other topics to talk about. And Snuggie, did you have to go, or you got a little bit more?
No, I'm good. I've got some time.
Right. I don't know if you want to look at something else really quick.
Yeah,
you shed some light on something that maybe isn't funded or isn't really well known about.
So if we want to go with not funded, we have Rocket and we have Melvin number 2. Want to go to
Snuggie, what do you
Melvin
think?
number 2 because it's all the way at the bottom?
We could. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know much about that. I'm not sure. I don't know much about
Exactly. Have you heard,
Yeah.
Melvin?
I've seen it occasionally, but I have no idea about what the book is or who the creator is.
Yeah, and
Which I think
Rocket's
is
been
a problem.
around. Aldous is the editor on it. He's
Yeah.
jumping on this camp. I would highlight Melvin mainly because, but this, I mean, yeah, he doesn't really. I haven't seen the guy anywhere. I haven't seen it
Okay.
promoted anywhere. But they should be in chat at least.
Yeah, and I think
They
that's
are.
the problem. Yeah.
I've seen them in chat. No, I have.
Oh, okay.
Where?
Just not
Not here.
So recently I've been hanging out over on like Devil Flyers chat and
Mhm.
Vic King's chat, and Tim Olson has been in there, and he's been participating, and he does drop the links to Melvin too. Although he does something that kind of cringes me out, because he'll like at you in the chat and like say hi or maybe just your name, and then it'll tack on the Indiegogo link.
Oh,
Which I think is kind of cringe, but
don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
You know, I suppose get your.
Is that the only thing he does, or does he interact with people, or he just drops his?
No, he does. He does add input. That's not the only thing he does.
Oh, that's good. I mean, yeah, don't like even coming from a backer, like talking as a backer standpoint. If somebody does that to me, that'll turn me off from backing your book.
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, I feel a little. Yeah, pushy.
Pressure you.
Make
you feel guilty.
Yeah. It's like I'm not at that point. I'm not. Yeah, don't push me into doing your book. Convince me. Don't just shove me into it.
Yeah. All right. You want to try to? I'm pretty sure I'm still sharing the audio. Do the video real quick, or we just want to go down through it? Because I can go over the.
How long? If the video is too long, then maybe not.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
do it real quick.
We'll do it real quick. 51 seconds. You guys can hear it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The images are moving too fast right now. Like I can't pick on the art because it's always moving.
Yeah, it's a little too fast.
No, again, it's just the art.
All right, there's the taste. Yeah. We'll call that good.
Yeah, if there's no narration over it, I dip out on a video usually.
I don't think it has to, but that
it doesn't have to.
The images are moving to the music, and the music's kind of on the faster pace. So I'm like trying to look at the art, and maybe I'm trying to focus on, the way somebody's drawing. I'm just going to use the chest, because I can see a chest right there. Like, oh, is that an accurate representation of a chest or not? But then before I can pick out, it's on to something else. So I think the images are moving a little too fast in that.
My whole thing with narration is, let's say, Shane uploads a video, and it's actually just his trailer, and I'm like, oh, I want to, I'm at work. I'm not watching the trailer. I'm listening to the trailer. So there's just music over it. And yes, Shane's trailers are dope, and I like the music he has over it. Mm-hmm. But if you don't know who he is or anything about the content, and you're just listening to you're sub to his channel, you should know about him. But either way, I don't know. I just like narration. I like listening to it.
Yeah. Well, it's a way for the creator to sell the book a little bit more than just what's on the campaign page.
Yeah. And Mo Biggs points out that Melvin Guy is occasionally on Bancroft's chat. The only stream he's ever seen him on is Dario's.
I think I might have. Did I see him in Dark Gifts, or was it Piper's? I can't remember. I think I have seen him, but that was a long time ago. I think I do remember this cat. I think he pitched Melvin #1 on Red Valkyrie at first, before Cy got back. So I can't remember though. It was a while ago.
I wonder if he's ever tried to get on Bancroft, or maybe Bancroft's too booked up.
He is very booked up.
Yeah.
Mo Big says, "Convince me, don't just shove me into it." I hope the ladies were listening when you carefully when you said that, Jason.
Yes, entice me.
James hangs out in those chats as well, and James says she is right. As a mod in those chats, I feel bad sometimes for not wanting to link his book for everyone because he tags me by my name with his book link.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Mo wants to point out that Professor Herbert guy has 4 days left and he's nowhere close to funding, but he says if he hits $500, he can do a small print run for the people that backed. We did look at Professor Herbert on this channel. I don't know how many weeks ago, but if you want to go back and look at that, or you can search for it, or someone could post a link there.
Okay.
It was definitely more of a, I don't know if it was a kid's book, but it
Yeah, I
had
think it was
like
Oh, okay.
cartoon
Book.
art. I remember that.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, there's that.
What's this one's goal?
$500. So
Is
he
that
is
what?
$154 away. No, $64.
Is it fixed or is it flexible?
Flexible?
Oh.
So he gets the money regardless. The campaign
Yeah,
was
he gets.
all
He
for
gets.
raised
yeah.
I'm
funds
always
and
see.
everything.
My thing is like I could see if it's Ethan and he has a $500 flexible. It's like yeah, he's gonna fulfill. Like you're gonna get your book and he's gonna raise that. Like no problem. Shane, same thing. For creators of this, like even me, I wouldn't do a flexible goal, and I've done 2 books, but I don't know. I'm more weary if you're not a known creator, make it fixed. That way, people are a little more okay. If this isn't fun, I get my money back. I don't have to worry about it. Now, if it's fully done, the whole thing is done. Everything's good. Then fine, but you have to have faith in the creator still that it's done. I don't know. I'm not a fan of flexible.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I've seen some people that have said they'll fulfill regardless. So even if your pledge is there, they might provide you with something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
again, you're also looking at it like, yes, if I was to back this, yes, I would like the book. But you got to know going into it that hey, people could be using that money for rent and other bills, and ultimately you won't see a book.
Yeah. Well, that's where with a small goal and unknown creator, I think that this actually hinders some backers because you're worried if he doesn't make that, you're never going to see a book.
Yeah, because
and he's going to be able to keep the money.
Yeah, because 500 is the minimum that you can put in on Indiegogo. Like it won't let you go any lower. So, but I mean, making the books, it costs more than $500 to print the book. So, does he already have some available? Is he using the money like it's done? He's just to pay other people. Like, what's the deal with it? And it might say in the campaign.
It might say it. Yep.
It might say it.
So Jim also points out that while Shane had a $500 flexible goal, he's only at 71,000.
I don't know if I'm going to back that one then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never gotten any of his books, so yeah.
Yeah. So all right, story. Let's look down.
This is his second book. I wonder if the first one fulfilled. I wonder if anyone got the first one because the first one was in the same situation where it was I don't think it made funding. But I don't know if he actually did anything with it.
Well, if it didn't, I don't know. He could probably offer it here.
He could be offering it here. I mean, I don't know if somebody did receive it and back it. I've never heard him talk about it. Not just like this guy. I just may not know that person. You know what I mean? That's all.
Right. But look, this only has 13 backers. So what if the other one did fund with 15 backers? How many of those 15 people are going to be so vocal on Twitter that you're hearing about it?
And do I follow them? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
and there's
24 pages of nonstop bloody action.
Okay, well, 24, it's a lower cost. Yeah, is it black and white?
I don't know.
Well, the cover's color.
Sure.
Yeah, the cover's in color right there. So.
But most people put the color in cover, but not the thing. I'm trying to see if we have it without reading it.
All the art's in black and white.
I don't know. Why would you be advertising this book will have more action, more blood, and even more scenes of epic adventure? Why would you be advertising the blood? That makes me think, hey, you should have red in there.
You should have.
Yeah.
To emphasize that.
I mean, you can make blood black, though.
But then just put, like, gory. Use the word gory, not blood.
Yeah, gore. See, those are colored. Like, you could have a colored cover. It's not that expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the art's not bad.
Oh, this is Vic King. I was like trying to figure. I was gonna be bad mouthing the art. Sorry, Vic. I don't. I've seen better from Vic. This looks pretty cool. Whatever this is, but I don't know. Is it a cover? Is it a?
It might be the back cover, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, I don't.
I don't know.
And I didn't skip over who's doing what, right?
There might be 2 covers.
Yeah, there's a Dillard cover and then the regular cover.
I wonder if that's the Dillard
That's
cover.
the Dillard cover.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't make out the signature down here though. Oh, it looks like it could be a J for John. All right, so then we get some internals, which is nice. Not too bad for internal art. It is black and white though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you had more eyes on this, people might back it, but I don't. I think that his strategy is not something that's going to get a lot of eyes on his campaign.
No, I wonder if Melvin 1 didn't get out there enough so people aren't quite so vested in Melvin 2.
Well, it didn't make funding.
Oh, Melvin 1 did not make funding?
No, I don't know if it's. Let me see if it's a flexible goal. It was a flexible goal, so he had 38 backers on the first one, but that was only about a third of his goal. Yeah. So I don't know if it actually. And he did have digital though.
Okay, and it is very possible like the whole thing is done, and he's just raising the money for a print run, and even a low end print run is going to cost you, but maybe he's tossing some of his own money in too on top of it. It's 24 pages, so that's a lower cost as well. So that, yeah, I haven't done a 24-page book, so I don't know how much it runs to print that. So
he's adding an ash can. I prefer the art of the book though. This is an ash can art, but it's good that they included it.
Yeah, and that you can make if it's an ash can, you can make that at home.
We got stickers. That's a big sticker.
Stickers are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Doggy Punch soda.
What? Okay.
That's cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. I thought that was good. It's right there. I don't know why, but hey, cool.
Yeah.
We got cards. Buttons. Okay. That's an interesting button. Square button.
That's a button?
No.
That's what it says.
That's a button.
It says buttons. Look at our buttons.
Yeah, that's.
I wonder, are these stretch goals? Is that what these are? Or these just
we'll
everybody
look
gets
at the tiers. It doesn't. I didn't see anything that specified it. This is all just the art, and it's telling you what kind of art it is. All right. So Tim is the creator and writer. Sid Tellies is the artist for Melvin 2 and Melvin 3 that's coming soon. Andy A is the artist, inker, gray toner, and jack of all trades. So I don't know if he's doing some of the internal art for Melvin 2 or not, or if he's talking about he's just the artist for the ash can, because it did give him credit when we went over the ash can. We have Vic King, that's a contributing artist, and Gable Pennyshot, which is editor and Wise Sage.
Yeah, it very well could be like these guys are friends, and they're doing this book, and if they don't raise the full amount, they're just tossing in their own cash to really help it out, and it's a passion project, and something they want to do for a living, and they're just trying their own thing, I guess. But I would like to know if these are stretch goals or if everybody's like.
Yeah, no, that detail is missed. Yeah.
Yeah. This, I think. This is where it helps to go onto other campaign sites and look to see what they do. Do like InkSpots. They do a little research, see what works, see what doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, this campaign could use page could use a little love and attention.
Yeah.
Mr. Von Schugel points out he usually checks other sites to see if they've delivered on them when he sees flexible. So he checks to see their past campaigns.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There wasn't any updates on number 1, so I have no idea whether it went out.
What's the
Mo says, I wonder why this book was never on Bancroft Show until I saw those buttons in quotation. All right, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, I was just curious how much the book is by itself.
So it looks like the Pandy Alice ash can. So look, maybe just the ash. Oh wait, hang on, I'm not even all the way up. There we are. Everything is featured for $35.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So, right, but what is it?
It looks, there's the sticker.
A print? Is this a print? And then sticker. I don't know what that was. That Doggy Punch was a sticker. This was definitely a sticker.
I think it was a sticker. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if I click on it if it actually tells me. Okay, so there we are. We have. Whoops. Melvin number 2. Scroll up, damn it. All right, Melvin number 2, Melvin number 1, Melvin number 2 Dillard cover, Melvin number 2 digital Alice parody ash can, Melvin card, Pandy card, Muldark card. I don't know who the characters are to know exactly what the significance of those are.
Yeah.
Now it looks like the way he's okay. This is a little confusing because you got Melvin 2, Melvin 1, Melvin 2 Dillard cover. That makes sense. Although I'm not sure which one's Dillard's cover. It must have been that monster looking one. Yeah, the middle one.
monster one.
Yeah, that's that
All
one.
right,
Sure.
but then you have Melvin 2 digital Alish Pandy ash can. Makes me think I'm getting a digital copy of the ash can.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
But down here, it doesn't say digital, so it's that's a little confusing.
He
there.
needs commas. He needs commas, just like B-Rares needs commas.
Or list like this, or take this out and have this, or because this is kind of here. You don't need both.
Yeah, you don't need both.
But yeah, now if you're unsure about building a campaign, there are people that will help you. You know, in Comicsgate, not just Comicsgate, indie comics in general. They will help you build it. I've had a few people even reach out to me saying, "Hey, man, you ever need help with a campaign? Let me know." Yeah, because this could use a little TLC.
Yeah, well, that, and I think he needs to get out there and promote more.
Yeah, well, definitely,
and promote better than just adding people in chat.
Yeah,
because it doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks like, you know, if he got out there, he'd get some backers.
Amanda.
I don't know how to fix that. Oh well. All right.
I think you can go back and cut it out after the stream.
Yeah, you need me to do the technical things?
I don't know how to do it, but I've heard.
Jim, can you help me with that later? All right. Anyways, so I was trying to look at the thing. I didn't realize I was signed in on this. All right. So we have just the ash can for $7.
Mm-hmm.
We have a digital for $8.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, we have all that before we even talk about a single book. We have everything: the ash can, the digital.
Yeah.
Well,
Melvin 1 second chance.
The reason also is that because of the cost. Indiegogo lays it out by cost.
Oh, okay.
I always thought you could do the options. No, you can't.
You could change the order.
You can't change the order. It goes by value.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you should have put the ash cans as add-ons, because I can't imagine anyone's just going to buy the ash can.
I mean, the absolute too, but I added it on later is the reason why I had it the way I did it. But if you're building your campaign up from the ground up and you know you're going to have an ash can, yeah, put it as an add-on, I think.
Yeah.
So how much is just the book?
I'm trying to find it. So there's the first book. It's $10. No, it
okay.
Well,
So
there's
the
a
first
Dillard cover.
That's okay. The Dillard cover is
$10.
Okay.
Not bad for a book. It is 24 pages. I don't think that's unreasonable.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's unreasonable.
Yeah, I mean it's $6 to $7 for a book at a regular book at a comic shop or whatever. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like you can get the original cover here for another $10. You can get the Melvin combo, which is 1 and 2 in the card, so a catch-up tier. Okay. That's kind of nice for $20, but you're not saving anything, but that's fine. Yeah. I don't know what the shipping is on this.
Find out.
I'm not sure.
Did you log out? Yeah. Did you log out?
Am I gonna click on anything if I? Hang on, I'm gonna.
Let me see if I can get it for you.
Like I could probably log out here, but if I click on it, am I showing anything I shouldn't show?
It's $5 US.
$5 US. All right, that's not a bad price. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
it's definitely affordable.
Yeah, I don't know how he's charging $5. Like it's usually about $5.70 something if you ship like very local and close to you. If I were to ship to California, it's like almost $12. That's just now. I don't use media mail, so I don't know. Maybe that's why he's using media mail, and that's under $5 at that point. So that could be it.
He might not have. He might not have looked to see how much it was going to cost.
Yeah, because
$5.
Now I know the shipping thing is a whole debate, huge debate. Everybody always has it, but yeah, that's. I mean, $5. It's good. It's good. He's charging $5 for the people backing. Don't get me wrong. Great. Yeah, but he's gonna probably end up losing money in the back end.
Has anyone ever done like $6 shipping? Because I wonder if he's just looking at it like, oh, it's like $5.50 to ship. Might as well charge him $5 because he's charging a book for $10. Like he's really gonna charge people $10 because that more people are gonna pocket paying $10 for a $10 book.
Is this available just US or is this international?
No, I think it was
It was
international.
international, yeah. It was.
And it's
yeah.
a flat $5
worldwide.
rate?
No. That was just US.
Okay, I was gonna say if he's charging
$13 to Afghanistan.
that's way no. He's gonna lose so much money if anybody in Afghanistan backs that book. Yeah. But hey, I mean, this is where talking to people in the community helps. Like, hey, how much should I charge? You know, getting those chats. You know, find out, do a little research.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really needs to do that. I think he should do that. Take about 6 months or so to build up, get people to know him, and then launch it, and then relaunch.
Yeah.
Well, I think people do know him. He probably just doesn't.
Well,
he's still working on getting out of the comfort zones he's in.
Oh, okay.
Well, I like I said, I do remember the cat now that you were talking about him, but honestly, man, I don't want to sound like a horrible person, but I forgot about him completely. I forgot about he disappeared in my eyes because I haven't seen him in a lot of chats or in a lot of areas
Yeah,
that I frequent. Now I don't frequent everywhere, so
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him that I remember, but I don't go on too many.
no, but I see you everywhere, Snuggie. So
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You guys just hang out in the same spots. No. So James points out that he really hates how the colored cover from Melvin 2 compare it to Vic's original pencils, and you'll understand. I don't think Vic's original pencils are on here, unless I scrolled over it and didn't notice. But honestly, I'm not a fan of the coloring job here. I don't.
No, it's not.
Too much of a tan. No, Vic's not a colorer.
Okay.
Colorer. He's
Colorist.
working on it, but yeah. He'd probably do a worse job at coloring this than this person did.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is, there's indie comics and CG. There's a need for colorists, but once again, getting those chats. Does anybody know a colorist? Like, you just ask that question in chats, and then people could be like, "Yeah, Oliver colors," Billy Basco colors. But now you may not be able to afford those people, but at least you're getting suggestions,
right? Or they probably get asked. Yeah, they could probably get asked enough where they're like, "I'm full, but why don't you check out this person?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where building a rapport with people, making friends, even that's where it helps out. I mean, yeah. I do like this one. I will say I do like Dillard's.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah.
I really think Dillard's a phenomenal artist, to tell you the
truth.
truth.
Yeah. Dillard's great. Yeah.
I wonder if you'd have had the originals on here to sell as well, but maybe that's not possible. Yeah.
Well, yeah. He has somebody that is doing the artwork for most of Melvin, like 2 and 3. So I would think he's a regular artist. And if you have traditional pages, and I know there's look at Roku for it. He doesn't sell any of his originals, but to me, if you're a first-time creator, like whatever, or not as well known, sell your artwork, because even if you sell it for like 100, 200, you can make a couple backers at that point and get some bank, and somebody can get some good artwork at a cheap price, and nothing wrong with it. You got to start off somewhere,
right?
And if you have original art, it should be on your campaign, in my opinion. Now, you don't have to sell everything. Limit it to 10 maybe or something. Who knows?
Right.
Javroy points out, to be fair, those colors do fit the Lofi style of indie book they are creating. I don't know. I'm assuming Lofi is a person, like a style that they're famous for. I don't recognize.
I've never heard of. Is it capitalized?
No.
I don't
Maybe
think
it's a typo.
It could. Well, I think, or they're talking about like just
lo-fi.
I think
Wi-Fi. It's lo-fi.
Lo-fi. That's what my internet is. My lo-fi is my internet right now. But I think he means like the grittiness or the indie look of the book itself. That's what he's talking about.
Maybe.
And it is an indie looking book. That's not a bad thing.
No,
I like indie. Yeah.
And say to me, the interior art, like, it might not be for everyone, and I don't know who did number 1, and I'm not sure what number 1 looks like, but the interior pages, they're not bad. I like the grayscale better than just the line art, at least for me as a not an
Mhm.
artist background coming into comics
As
later.
a
The degrees.
as a comic collector and backer and reader, I'm not fond of the bubbles of the word balloons and the
Yeah, I was
placement.
looking. There was the
I-
one page. You had 3 different styles right here, which I suppose is one way to differentiate
and the
exactly what they are.
the
But
word bubbles going over certain areas, like it just looks,
Need to hire
I guess
Eric Weathers.
I'm not a person, but I suppose they're covering the shield, which I guess it's okay. But wouldn't you think down here with this blade of grass might be a better spot?
that would there's a
Yeah.
reason why artists leave blank spaces in places, or
Yeah. It's not horrible. It gets the point across, but yeah, it's just some nitpicky stuff.
Yeah.
Where's this lady's waist?
Where are her organs? Oh no.
All right. Anybody else have any suggestions, questions in the chat? I think we're good for Melvin. We looked over the basics.
I mean, share it out if you like it. It's if you think it's good, and you want people to.
Somebody's gotta like it. Yeah, it's gotta be right up somebody's alley.
Yeah, it could be.
Is it possible to see the number of hits that you get on your Indiegogo page?
Yeah,
I believe it does.
Okay, so I wonder if he's getting in very many hits at all for it, because he's not out there enough.
It shows you how many hits, and then how many backers, percentage of everything. Like InkSpot's said is like 10% of our visits are backers. Blah 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 blah. And I don't know. First off, let me just say this: I don't like the thumbnail right there on that YouTube. He needed something different. He needed. I don't know. That doesn't really draw me in.
Bigger piece of art rather than showing like you're looking at duplicate.
Yeah, man, that's really messing with me.
Hello to Rob, who joined us.
What's up, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
And Gyro does say it's lo-fi, and then Mr. Von Stugel says low fidelity. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that makes sense.
No, that's right. Low fidelity. Duh. I should know that. Yeah, but I mean, share it out if you like it. You think it needs a little love to get funded. And I mean, even if it doesn't get funded, it looks like he's going to make the book anyway. Which there's a lot of content on here, so I don't know how he's doing it. But hey, I'm not. That's none of my business, I guess.
Yeah. ACC points out that he's in an awful lot of chats and he's never seen him around. I want to say that you'd find him in what they dub themselves the CG slums.
Oh.
I've joked around saying, "Hey, look, I'm a slumlord."
Because as we discussed earlier, and I don't hang around in Dario's chat too much, but you got Dario, Vic, Dillard's over there. I don't know if I've seen him in Finatra's, but maybe, and I haven't quite picked up on it. But over there, they're nice people though.
Yeah. Well, he needs to branch out a little bit, get in Bancroft's, get in, your chat, our chat.
Well, Mo did point out that he was in Bancroft's, but I can't say. I think with the irregularity that Bancroft streams these days, everything's just kind of runs together for me, unfortunately.
Well, but there's also, and Crackhead Stream is a great one with a lot of people that get together. 80s Made is getting big. I mean, pay attention. I mean, you just got to pay attention in chats as to who's, like, even people, if you're watching Crackhead, you might be like, hey, stay tuned for 80s Made. Like, oh, what's 80s Made? And you find that out. Or, hey, Chaotic Grace is streaming. Like, I retweeted it. Somebody might retweet my retweet. And so, oh, what's this? Let me check this out. This is new. Yep. So you got to keep your ears to the grindstone a little bit.
And it is kind of interesting how they're doing these things on Saturday night. Like Bancroft has been going live Saturday night at 9 Eastern. And then at 10 Eastern, or 10:20, 10:25, you've got CG Talks going live. And then after that gets done, which I think they aim for about midnight, you have 80s Made that goes on at midnight, and he'll go till
whenever.
You can really start at 7 with the chat, and from there to Bancroft to ours to 80s Made, you can fill up your whole Saturday night.
Saturday night is very well packed in, but it's a schedule. Like, it's set. Like, people do know. Like, if I'm like, hey, I want to stream Saturday night, I already know I'm over streaming people that I like and watch. But
Yeah.
I like that there's that schedule there. But once again, we just talked about that set schedule on Saturday. Where is he at? Like, I'm not like, jump in there, jump in those chats, say hi to people, but don't at your book.
Yeah, definitely.
Just talk to them.
Although some people, somebody somewhere has to say something about the other places in CG, because
Very true.
not everybody specifically goes searching for them, or will find them, or will stumble across them, or maybe they've been in those chats, months ago, and they weren't quite interested in those chats, so therefore they don't have the camaraderie or friendship or whatever you want to call it with the people that are in those chats. So, they get a little not necessarily nervous, but don't think to go there.
But fair to say, like Snuggy just said, he's in a lot. ACC, he's in a lot. I'm in quite a lot. Amanda, you're everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, and we still the Timothy Olsen. I remember his name now, but he ghosted a long time. I didn't see him anywhere. Right? So, and we're in a lot of places. So, be more vocal, man. Get in there. And I know he's not shy. He'll talk to people, but just. Yeah, but I forgot Melvin was around. I didn't even know he had a second one. So build a little more rapport, I guess. And please change that thumbnail, for the love of all that is.
At the very least, change the thumbnail. All right, so towards the end of our discussion, I got erection, wondering if you missed much. You did. We actually went over
I love your name.
We went over a crowdfunding site, which Rob, I know you also came late. Thanks for joining. We went over a new crowdfunding site earlier that I discovered this week with a CG adjacent campaign via Alterna. We have Dave from Genuine Comics here. Thanks for joining, although we're getting ready to end.
Catch the replay.
And catch the replay.
Catch the replay.
All right. Any closing thoughts? I know we did say that earlier, so I'm assuming the chat's all set with their closing thoughts. But Jason, what are you up to coming up? You got a stream later, you said?
Yeah. I'm gonna have Comics Gui on at 7 Eastern. Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk with them. And my second promoting stream, people seem to like the one I did with Rock. I don't know, because I can't see to read half the crap, so I mainly just BS the whole time. Yeah. But if you want to watch a train wreck, come check it out on my channel, Unhinged. You'll see my logo.
Yeah, and that's what you said 7, so 2.5 hours from now ish.
Yeah.
All right, Snuggy, what about you?
No, I'm good.
You're good.
I love it.
Snuggy is always on Saturday nights with
Yes.
Talk. Yes. He is the sole reason that thing doesn't go live until 25 minutes after 10 o'clock. It's always Snuggy's fault.
How dare you?
Sorry, I was looking at Timothy Olsen's page to figure out something. Sorry, I got distracted.
Is it confusing?
No, I was looking for. He had said it. I'll tell you later. It was some chat that he had put up that I was looking for, but I couldn't find it.
All right. And for me, let's see. This week we have coming up. Halloween's tomorrow, so everybody have a safe and happy Halloween. I will be going trick-or-treating with my daughter. Nice. And then this coming Friday, we have intentions of doing our usual Uncorked on Mr. Good Stuff's channel with the ladies. That's Mrs. Good Stuff, Flying Feline, and Lola, and I'm pretty sure we're all going to be there because I think
Flying Lola
Feline might be settled. Lola's usually has been pretty good about showing
really?
up.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Flying Feline's been a little MIA, but she's been moving and all that. So we should have our full panel. I'm not sure what we're discussing yet, at least as far as theme. We usually have a theme, but we haven't discussed that yet. So that's this coming Friday.
Looks like you were saying, is it sausage dishes? Is that the theme?
Yes, sausage uncorked. I haven't posted my dish yet, but I got to do that. I made a gnocchi with Alfredo.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hi. Yeah. And Hi. Yeah. So closing thoughts from Mo. I suspect Paul Pelosi got. Oh, okay. I got hammered. You got hammered. I'm not really try to avoid the not religious stuff. The
political stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's CC ACC says I'm around in Pop Circle pretty regularly. I've seen Vic there. Him absolutely nowhere. Eric July literally the whole time.
Okay.
All right, and he posted it. Oh, the whole 9, not whole time. So he's basically saying he gets around.
Okay.
He gets around.
Yeah, he does. ACC's everywhere.
All right, guys. I want to thank both Snuggie and Jason for joining me today.
Yeah.
It definitely made the
Yeah, no
conversation a little bit better and not feeling like I'm just yammering and talking to myself. So I appreciate you guys for coming on in here and providing your opinions.
No problem. Yeah.
I was happy I was able to do it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. I don't foresee any reason why I wouldn't be doing another episode next week, and maybe I can put in the time to get a new intro and make a little bit more legitimate plans. So see you all around in the chats. Hail CG.
Hail CG.
Bye.